Hey guys, it's Bub here, and in this video we're taking a look at Longhorn Hillel 7. Now this is a modification of Windows 7 that's meant to replicate this Longhorn Hillel concept that was showcased at PDC 2003. I had actually never heard of this concept prior to looking at this mod, and if you haven't looked up PDC 2003, I highly recommend doing so because it's a really interesting concept that was shown at this event. It's what Windows Vista could have been, almost like in an alternate timeline if Windows Vista was more liked and more successful. So I'm really eager to take a look at this. I mean, in my opinion, it does look more modern than Windows Vista, but let's jump into it before I go ahead and jump ahead on that. Again, this is a concept that was built into this ISO by this developer right here. This mod was recommended to me by one of you guys in the comments on my last video, so please, if you have any ISOs you want me to review, drop them in the comments of this video, as I love doing viewer recommended videos. Now here are 24 known issues and instructions. I won't read through all of these in this video, but just keep them in mind as we start to go through this mod, because the developer you must read this all carefully, kind of very demanding in making sure we understand all of this. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So again, this is a mod built on Windows 7. So it is at its core running Windows 7, but I'm actually really interested to see how they themed it. Well, that's not Windows 7 right there. It's likely just the out-of-box experience or the actual setup phase that's running this newer version of WinPE. But yeah, we have this kind of purplish blue background. It did say Windows Longhorn, copyright 2004, so at least that was properly changed. I do like the color schemes here. I also like this sort of theme surrounding. I really do like this. And that was easy enough. Looked like pretty much every modern Windows install from Windows Vista up to Windows 10 and some versions of Windows 11. So let's get this installed, and we'll be back once we're either in the out-of-box experience or in the actual desktop. Alright, and here we go. It actually did bring us into an out-of-box experience, which I'm surprised about because a lot of custom mods bring you just straight into the desktop for a post-install script. Welcome to Windows. The setup will go through several steps needed to set up your computer. This does feel very modern, especially thinking about the time frame that this was supposed to be, around 2003. It feels much more modern than what we even see in Windows 7, I wouldn't even say Windows 8. We are going to go ahead and we don't need updates. We don't need that. And that was it. All we had to do was pick a name and our update settings. And I guess our PC will restart in just a moment to finalize the settings, and that should get us into the desktop environment. Alright, and here we are. The only thing I went ahead and did was installed VMware Tools just for a better viewing experience. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get into it. So let's first open the notes file on the desktop here. This is a mod based on Windows 7 that is meant to replicate the Longhorn Hillel concept showcased at PDC 2003. Pretty much the same things that we saw in the archive.org posting. So again, emphasizing that you need to understand all of this. Jumping out of that screen, I really do like this right bar here that we have on the desktop. Kind of, I would assume, a predecessor to the widget bar, but I actually like it because it's more effective than the widget bar, because it shows us our username, and it also shows us kind of our quick setting, like quick things that we want to open, basically. We have a search bar. We have a task to-do list, we want to walk the dog, do a work project, gym, read a book. We have weather, and then we have, oh, this is a media player. I didn't even realize that one was in there. We have live feed updates. I believe this is pulling from, feeds.windowscentral.com, so it is pulling the latest and greatest kind of feeds from 2026. It's weird seeing Windows 11 mentioned on an ISO that looks like it's from 2003. And then at the bottom right, we have our clock, so our date, our time, and then if we click on it, we can get a bigger sort of analog clock as well as a nice calendar view of the date. So I really think that this would have went over well in 2003 or 2004 or 5, 6, right around the time that Vista Longhorn was being developed. This really looks more modern than what Windows Vista ended up being, and I think this could have set Windows on the right track for years to come. And maybe Vista had not been such a big fail if it looked like this. But going ahead and clicking on the start menu, we can see that we have quite a unique start menu that kind of flips it from what we're traditionally used to. Usually we have these on the right side and these on the left side, but they flipped it for this version. So now on the left side we have our username, our documents, pictures, music, history, computer, control panel, run, all that fun stuff. And then, okay, I guess we want to set a network location. On the right side, we have our recent applications, which in this case are just kind of recommended applications because we haven't opened anything yet. In all programs, let's see what we have installed on here by default. We have the calculator, control panel, media player, paint, DVD maker, nothing too crazy, and accessories. I mean, all stuff that I would typically expect to come with Windows XP, Vista, or 7. We have our administrative tools. We don't have any games. We just have Game Explorer. Oh, we do have games. They're just in here. So we can run, yep, there's Purple Place, all the games that came with Vista. They're just not in the Start menu folder by default. You have to open the Game Explorer. We have a few things in maintenance and nothing in startup. It won't expand that folder, so pretty interesting there. Let's take a look at our File Explorer because this was something I saw in the PDC 2003 demo. So we can see this looks drastically different from really any Windows Explorer that we've ever seen before. Look at the window borders, first of all. Obviously the window borders are a lot thicker than what we saw in Windows XP. I mean, I don't think that would have flown over well if this came out because it takes up more screen real estate. But I do like the theme of this and the way that this looks. And again, really thinking that this could have kind of changed the way that Windows was looked at back in this era. So here we have a nice kind of banner at the top, obviously taking up a lot of screen space. Desktop, public documents, public music, public pictures. We have our C drive there, and it looks like as you kind of click on things, the banner actually changes colors. So it goes like blue to, there's purple, orange, pretty interesting there. As we navigate this left side here, we can expand our network, our hardware. Oh, we can even see hardware here. You can't even really do that in the modern versions. That's really interesting. Expand the games, expand computer. I mean, yeah, this is really very comprehensive. I actually do like this a lot. I am impressed that I really do like this mod. This would have made me excited. I'm excited about this now. This is what Windows should have been. Let's go ahead and take a look at properties here. Let's see. Do you think we can get Aero transparency to work? I do have VMware tools installed, but yeah, video card driver doesn't support Aero effects. I would love to see this mod with Aero enabled, and I'm sure I can if I dug into it a little more. I'm sure it would look really nice, but I just don't. But I don't want to dive down that rabbit hole of troubleshooting a custom mod right now. But yeah, let's jump into a few of the other installed applications. I saw one of the things in the changelog was Internet Explorer was buggy, so let's see what they're talking about here. Let's see if we go to google.com. I'm curious to know what browser this actually is. Is this real Internet Explorer? Is this Firefox? It probably is real Internet Explorer, but again, we are seeing it being buggy as the developer did say it would be, so not going to hold anything out there. Going back into here, let's see what other applications we have. Windows Media Player has a unique icon. I wonder if this is a custom version. Oh, it's a purple. I don't know if I've ever seen one that's purple, but that's interesting to say the least. I do like it though, because usually they're either green or blue, I think, like the theme, but interesting. I do like it. Let's take a look at our CPU and RAM usage, because remember, this is Windows 7 at its core. So we have 8 gigs of RAM in the system. We're using 1.1 gigs at idle, and typical Windows CPU utilization ranging, kind of a wild card there. Lastly, let's take a look at our computer. Let's look at hard drive space. We have a 59.6 gig disk. We're using 26 gigs, which means that we have 33.6 gigs free. That is a lot of space for Windows 7, I believe, but hey, it's a really interesting mod. I do like it. So with that being said, let me know what you think about this ISO down in the comments below. I think it's a very interesting look at what Windows Vista could have been, and it could have potentially been way more successful if it looked like this. If you have any ISOs that you want me to take a look at, please let me know down in the comments below, as I love doing viewer recommended videos. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new around here, as I do all kinds of different technology videos, including device restorations. With that being said, I'll see you all in the next one.